What is a cricker?
It's a word that is really distinctive to Kirksville. It is only used within Kirksville.
UrbanDictionary.com, an online dictionary of slang terms, defines the term cricker as a hick who lives by the crick.
As it turns out, the word cricker has a history dating all the way back to the 1800s.
It referred to a low swampy area, a creek, that would have been in the area west of Osteopathy, now about where you'd see Spur Pond. Back in the 19th century, this belonged to Mr. Pickler, who owned Pickler's Famous. And he basically allowed people to squat there, and it became a kind of squatter's camp. And it had very poor drainage, and sewage ran into the creek, and so it came to be called Creek.
And the people who lived there were thus called crickers.
Fast forward to today, where cricker can mean any number of things.
I think a lot of people classify it as some sort of class ranking based off of how people act, dress.
Typically it's used as like an insult, as like calling somebody a nerd or a geek.
If you act super shady.
You don't have to look like a homeless person to be a cricker.
It's something that you're just a nasty person. It can be used, wow, that person's a real cricker there.
Judgment, I feel like, is what the term is mainly used for.
There are a lot of people for whom this word has not lost its sting.
Now the meaning of the word has changed.
That name, cricker, it's undergone a kind of appropriation, reappropriation. The same way that the word Yankee was coined as a slur by the British against Americans.
It's one thing, but I think we all use it as another thing. It's just kind of like a joke, you call your friend a cricker or whatever. I don't think it's as derogatory as it used to be. It's funny, because if you go away from here, people have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyone in Kirksville can tell you that there is a difference between a cricker and a cricker.
I would say a cricker is taking it above and beyond that level.
Like cricker, as in like they're nasty, disgusting, they don't take care of themselves, but they still think they're better than another.
If you've never called someone a cricker before, you probably shouldn't, especially if you're not from here.
This is a slur. It's a negative term that is used for a group of people. And like a lot of slurs, it really depends on who's saying it, to whom, under what circumstances. I think everybody's familiar with the way that some slurs are used within a group, and it's kind of affectionate abuse, and it's just kind of like slapping each other around playfully, and that's all right. But when it is used across group lines, it's a pretty serious insult.
If you're confused, that's okay.
Cricker is kind of hard to like break down into a specific definition, I guess you could say.
In Kirksville, AJ Capuano, KTVO News.